Louquelot seems to need something. No, please, gods, no! Leia's egg! Yui, you must help me! I stepped out of the stable for a moment, and when I returned, it was gone! What was gone? An egg! Sorry? You're sure the chocobos will lay another? Ah, you do not understand. The egg is extremely valuable. I must find it. You will help me, won't you, Yui? Oh, thank you, thank you. Someone must have made off with it. There can be no other explanation. I shall scour every elm of the stable once more just to be sure. While I do so, I should be very grateful if you would ask the others if they noticed anything unusual. I don't know, I kind of feel like I understand where he's coming from. I'd kind of accept, like, my chocobo's egg was stolen. Let's see if anyone over here has seen anything. Seen anyone acting suspicious? I most certainly did, lad. A man. It was running off towards the Tamtara Dreamcraft. You say an egg was stuck? Then I'd say that was your culprit. But why would anyone pinch a chocobo egg? Without proper learning, it's damn near impossible to get one to hatch. That's interesting. Didn't think they would be so much trouble. A chocobo egg has gone missing. Well, let me think. Now that you mention it, the chocobos were making quite a lot of racket earlier. So much so, in fact, that I ran over to check on them, almost flattening a passing peddler in my haste. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary, though. Can I describe the peddler? Oh, he was an elephant fellow. Didn't recognize his face. Seemed awfully twitchy. Oh, gods. You don't think he... Why in the hell didn't I accost him? So it seems that that may have been the person after all. Let's see if our good friend over here has seen anything. Have I seen any odd characters about? Aside from yourself, you mean? Not that I recall. I did see someone calming the birds, but only a distance. I assumed it was Louquelot. But if you say he was away from the stables at the time, then who was that with the chocobos? Guess we're gonna have to go talk with Louquelot. Hey Louquelot, I think we have a lead. Look at that big old bird. There can be no mistake then. The egg was indeed stolen. And from what you have told me, this was no simple robbery. That the culprit should take only Leia's egg and disregard all the rest tells me we're dealing with someone well versed in chocobo breeding. I am sorry to say that the individual in question is like to be a citizen of my native Ishgard. Leia, you see, is of the bloodline of Aranos, one of the greatest birds ever to grace the Ishgardian stable. Many a man in my homeland would give his right arm to possess one of Leia's eggs. God, I should have foreseen this. We must give chase at once. Hold your chocobos, Louquelot. If this egg thief is from Ishgard, like you say, why'd he go running off towards Tamtara Creepcroft unless I've got me mental map upside down? That's the opposite direction. Well, yes, but he may seek to lay out a false trail, or, the why of it is not important. Leia's egg is all that matters. Adventurer, I beg of you, hunt down the scoundrel and take back what he stole. Well, at least you ain't planning on chasing after him yourself, wherever he's from. We may work wonders with our birds, but acts of daring do ain't exactly our field. If you don't mind, we'll leave that end of things to you. With luck, you may catch a thief on the road to temporary creep crop, but do be careful. We cannot be certain he is working alone in this. To the deep croft. Maybe a little bit faster if, Nora, give me a little left. There we go. Definitely a lot faster. I want to say I need to go through the top. There we go. Found the mark. Unnormal. I've caught you at last, you spiteful imp. Now hand over the egg. You can't have it, Kupo. This egg belongs to Louquelot. Who in Holland's bloody fury are you? Ah, those sops at Benfrench hired themselves an adventurer, did they? Yet another complication. This farce has gone long enough. Kill the Moogle and the farmer's hireling, and bring me that goddamn egg! Oh, I got something plenty for you guys. Start off with the healer. And then the archers. Get their attention. Maybe give myself a little heal. Oh, thanks, Louquelot. And then finally, off to him. Okay, yeah, this guy's a little bit tougher than I thought it was gonna be. At least Louquelot is kind of helping. I forgot how monotonous the combat can be with the lower levels, especially for a healer where you only really have 2 attacks. Oh, gotta get into that. There we go. Thank you, Koopa. What's that, Koopa? How did I come to be out here? Well, this egg here is Leia's. Leia's a very special chocobo, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I was having a nap in the stables when that nasty fellow crept in and tried to steal it, Koopa. So I snatched it up as quickly as I could and made for a run for it. I was planning to take it back to Benfresh Meadows myself, but it might be safer if you did it. I'm sure Louquelot will be very happy to see you, Koopa. Leave it to me. Alright, let's take this back. Get back on the chocobo. Alright, let's go. Oops. Not gonna lie, as fast as inconvenient it is to ride the chocobo, it's a little dizzying. Louquelot, I got something for you. Do you have the egg? Is it safe? It may be. Yes, it has the right coloring, the right weight. It most definitely is Leia's egg. I know not how to thank you. You had me worried a bit after you. 'Tis good to see you and the eggs back safe and sound. So I was correct in my assumption that an Ishgardian was involved, albeit not who did not in fact make off with the egg. Well, I could hardly have it anticipated the intervention of a Moogle. Bugger me! It couldn't be the same one, could it? Might you have encountered our unlikely savior before, Keitha? Could be, aye. One of them saved my hide back when the calamity struck. I was in a part of the woods that we now call the Standing Courses that day. Seemed like the whole bleeding forest was ablaze, and I couldn't see a yum in front of me for all the smoke. Well, I given up hope I had. Then all of a sudden a Moogle appeared out of nowhere, tugged at me smoldering sleeves, and leads me straight to a bed of woods where the fire hadn't taken hold. And now you know why the business is named Moogle Skiff's Mount. Seemed like the least I could do. I'd be dead if it weren't for that plucky little bugger. Incredible. It may be the Moogle has stood vigil over us since that day. Ha! We'd be better get back to work then. Wouldn't want to go letting our guardian angel down, would we? You have our thanks. Oh, and I believe Louquelot wants to give you a little something for your troubles. A chocobo egg? Leia's egg is irreplaceable. I cannot well express to you the depth of my gratitude, and yet I find that I'm still troubled. While this whole regrettable episode unfolded, I bore witness to a sight that greatly concerned me. What would that be? My thanks for your kindness earlier. I hate to impose again, but I have need of your assistance in another matter. One of great importance, I fear. Of late, I've noticed the XIV dirigibles have been appearing over the 12th Wood with increasing regularity. The frequency, however, does not bother me near so much as where they choose to fly. The patch of sky directly above the guardian tree. The tree is a sacred site, or so I was given to believe when I first came to Gridania, and thus I naturally assumed that the elementals would not suffer the exiles to profane it. Yet the birdmen have been coming and going as they please, with nary a sign of protest from the guardians of the 12th Wood. And it was that set me to thinking. Ever since the appearance of much talked about suspicious individual, many and more strange things have been occurring in the forest. Could it be that he did something to the elementals? In case it prove useful, I have committed the details of my sightings to parchment, and would ask that you deliver the document to Mother Mion. Please make all haste, and I have an irrepressible feeling that something terrible is about to happen. Off to Mother Mion then. Let's see what she thinks about all this business with the dirigibles. Hello there, Yue. Word of your tireless efforts at Bent Branch Meadows have reached my ears. The folk have been not but the highest praise for you. You certainly have a knack for making Mother proud. Keep up the good work, you hear? Hmm? A letter? From Louquelot? Yep, here it is. I haven't the slightest inkling of what this could be about. Gods be good. I have a mission for you, U.S. Suffice it to say it's urgent. I fear it may also prove dangerous, however, so you must be prepared. Make what arrangements you can and report back to me the moment you are ready. No better time than the present. Time is of the essence, so I shall speak plain. Based on Louquelot's observations, the X will have designs on the Guardian Tree, and they mean to act soon. The tree is the oldest living thing in the ancient forest, and it is held sacred by every forest-born Gridanian. Should it come to any harm, the elementals would fly into a rage beyond pacifying. I dread to think of the chaos that would ensue. There isn't much time. We must act quickly. Yue, please cede this letter to the hands of Bolord Lewin at the seat of the first bow in Quiver's hold. Should the need arise, pray put yourself wholly at the man's disposal. I strongly suspect he will need all the able-bodied souls he can muster. The fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. Go swiftly, Yue. Swiftly it is. Let's see what Lewin has to say about all this business. An urgent message from Mother Miyun. Very well, you may enter.